Hey guys, it's Rachel. In today's tutorial, I'll teach you how to shade a nose from the front using the Color Therapy app. I know how daunting it is to shade a nose, but I will break it down simply for you. Since noses don't really have any hard edges or lines, they will be defined by shadows and highlights. Keep in mind your light source will always inform your shadows. So I highly recommend looking in the mirror and using that information to inform you about how to shade and highlight your own nose. And keep in mind that your light source is also going to really tell you where to put those shadows and highlights. So I'm going to start off with a light skin color. I'm going to use the 5th color on the top row. And just using the airbrush tool, I'm going to color it in, or you can tap to fill it in depending on what you're working on. Now I'm going to choose a little bit of a darker shade, so the very last color on the top row under skin shades. Using the airbrush tool, set the size to 45 and opacity at 40. And we're going to color the largest shadows first. So we're going to go around the bridge of the nose and under the tip of the nose and then back up. And I might do another layer around that too. So as you're going, just think about the shapes that the nose makes. So the very tip of the nose is going to be a circle, and then the nostrils are going to be smaller circle oval shapes below that. Then that goes up, straight up like that. So then you want to shade it in that way. Now let's lower our size to about 12. And I'm going to use just a slightly darker color, so the second color on the second row. And I'm going to go back over those exact same shadow areas we just did around the bridge of the nose. And this time I'm also going to go around the nostrils too. Now I'll set the size to 15 and opacity at 80. And on the second color on the top row, we're going to add in a highlight now. So just on the tip of the nose. And you can kind of blend it upwards a little bit in the middle of the nose. And then just around the nostrils a little bit. Now let's add our shadows into the nostrils. So select the pen tool, set the size to 2 and the opacity at 100. And I'm selecting a medium brown, and I'm going to just trace that shape of the nostrils that we have on the template. And then I'm going to select the darkest brown in there and just fill in that dark area where the nostrils are. Now we need to blend. So select the smear tool and set the intensity at 77 and the size at about 8%. And I'm just going to very carefully blend that line because we don't want it to be too harsh of a line anywhere. And so it can be nice and soft. Now let's add a deeper shadow. So select the airbrush tool, set the size to 16 and opacity at 25. And on the second row, second to last color, again, I'm going to add in my deepest shadow, and it's going to go right underneath the tip of the nose. And it'll come up, and then we're going to sort of bridge that area between the nostril and the bridge of the nose. We're almost done. Now with the airbrush, set the size to 2 and opacity at 42. And with that same color, just kind of trace those lines right where those nostrils are. We have a little bit more of a shadow. And then using the smear tool again, just go ahead and blend those lines so they look natural. And then you can also raise the size a bit and just blend those shadows because you really want them to be really smooth. And you can lower the opacity as needed and just kind of contouring that nose upward. So I'm just feathering those edges with my finger. Check out my other tutorial on coloring a nose from the side for another angle. If you'd like to see more tutorials like this, don't forget to subscribe to the Color Therapy YouTube channel so you don't miss any new tutorial videos. Thanks for watching our tutorial. You can get the Color Therapy app for free on the App Store.